Hi guys, it's Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I'm here to do the weekly reading for the video. You're not a video, for the star sign of Aquarius. Alright guys, so I've changed the way I do the weeklies just a little bit. So I'm still using my beautiful Elysical deck and the Sun and Moon Tarot, but this week you'll find there's a couple of changes in the way that I deliver the weekly reading. Please subscribe to the channel while you're here. Also leave a thumbs up or a comment on the video. I will reply to all the comments, alright? So I've always given the cards a good shuffle before I've started, but what I'm going to do is just pull 3 cards randomly from my deck and then do a full spread behind that, okay? So what that's going to talk about is specifics through the week, but it's also going to focus on what it is that you need to know most for yourself right now, okay? So just remember, guys, that I am reading for a few of you. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit. It just means that for you this week, it wasn't meant for, all right? So let's just keep pulling the cards and see what wants to come out. Beautiful. All right. So Aquarius. Looks like we're walking into the week with a little bit of uncertainty, okay? A little bit of confusion and doubt, perhaps a bit of clouded judgment that's there, all right? But you follow straight quickly with your goals are not impossible, all right? And you've also got the intention card that sits there. And what I want to say is, just give yourself a little bit of a hug, and I'm not trying to downplay by any yards of the stick, but what I'm feeling is that uncertainty that's sitting around you is within you, okay? And you just need to kind of sit and remind yourself and give yourself a little bit of a butt kick when your thoughts start to go a little bit AWOL this week, all right? Be really mindful where you're setting your intention. If we focus on everything that can go wrong and, all the worries and all the concerns and everything else like that, we pretty much bring that energy around us. Where energy goes, I've got the hiccups, where energy goes, energy flows, okay? Go away. And so what I want to say to you guys is just be mindful of where your intention is sitting, and I do feel that it helps lift that uncertain feeling that's sitting around, okay? So for those of you that are entering this week feeling like you're stuck into a little bit of a rut, I feel like you just need to give yourselves a little bit of a firm talking to, all right? Now, you've also got the confronting fears and the intuition card that sits here, all right? Now, I feel that there's a little bit of, when I sit with that confronting fears, what I feel here is challenges, and I see people around, and I feel like you're being put in a position where perhaps there's some people around you that aren't necessarily agreeing with your actions right now, or with your philosophies and things like that. And listen, I want to say to you that it's not that they're incorrect and it's not that you're incorrect or anything else like that. It's just different viewpoints. At the end of the day, you know what, if you're happy, that's all that matters, okay? But don't kind of expect other people to agree or to fall in and things like that. You need to be okay with the fact that this is your journey and other people aren't necessarily always going to align to it, okay? Obviously within that energy that's there, ask yourself why nobody else is aligning to it. But as I always say, if it makes you happy and it floats your boat, then go and knock your socks off, okay? Because I feel like if this is in a situation that people are worried and concerned, ultimately at the end of the day, the only person that is going to be hurt is you, okay? And that's where I say, if it makes you happy, you go for it, because your actions aren't going to have any consequences on anybody else. All right. For those of you that resonates too, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the intuition card as well, I just want to tap on that and say, like, trust your gut, trust your senses, okay? But before and you know what, stubbornness is the word that I keep getting through my head that I'm trying to push through. Your intuition isn't correct because your head tells you that it's correct. Your intuition is correct because it comes from your gut, and your self-awareness is high enough that you know that you can trust that energy that's there. And I want to say to you this week, okay, a little bit of work on that intuition needs to be done, all right? You're not trusting yourself enough. You're letting your head get in the way a little bit with things, okay? And I just feel like, ultimately you can trust your intuition, but right now I feel like there's just a little bit of attitude blended with that intuition. So just be mindful, all right? Giving you guys a little bit of a bootin' today, aren't I? All right, so you've also got the love card that sits there, love, relationships, and trust and unity. So for those of you, I feel that waiting for love to come in, okay, that's a really nice energy that's there. And yeah, okay, so that's where some of that previous energy definitely belongs to that, but I certainly don't want to put it all in that basket by any yards of the stick, okay? But for those of you that have been waiting for love to come in, just make sure that you are holding yourself in the bright regard, okay? Because otherwise I feel like you're going to keep getting that cycle of short relationships or people that just aren't connecting to you, and it's because you're not connected to yourself properly, okay? So if you're feeling low, expect to meet somebody else who's also feeling low, and that will turn into a shit relationship, basically. All right, so otherwise with love, I just want to say be mindful that that's the word that keeps through even there with relationships. I feel like this is a week that we just need to nurture what we have around us and be grateful for it and not take it for granted. And if we have been taking it for granted, sit there this week with that energy and again, give yourselves a little bit of a butt kicking and throw some beautiful love and spark back into it, okay? I feel like that's all that needs to be done there with it, but just be mindful because there is an energy for this to go stagnant, okay? All right, beautiful. So you've also got the prosperity card that sits there. So with that, I'm quite drawn around with work. You've got the cycles and the security card, but what I'm showing in here straight away is that there is security in work. Again, for some of you, I actually feeling quite good as far as if you've been waiting for work to come in. I'm feeling like there are answers coming in for you guys this week, okay? Not just energy, but answers as well, all right? Yeah, okay, so you've got the change of luck card, so energies are shifting for the better. And as I said, I feel like for some of you, that's work coming in. For others of you, it's just a nice sense of security around with your work. Perhaps some small rewards attached as well. I don't necessarily want to say promotions, though for some of you, I'm sure that will be. But I'm feeling more for the majority this week, like just, small rewards. For example, you know what? Hey, we appreciate your efforts this week. We're buying lunch for everyone. Hey, here's a $100 gift card. It's that kind of energy that's there. But I feel recognition and respect are the words for work this week. For those of you who are running their own business, I feel like that cycle card comes in and I feel like you need to be mindful. I feel like for those of you that this resonates with, the energy's already there, okay? You're already suspecting it, but what I'm feeling as well is that there's somebody who's been dragging you down a little bit. Now, this may be somebody who's just not a hard worker. It may be somebody who keeps making promises and doesn't actually fulfill them. It may be that you're stuck in your own way a little bit with too many kind of ideas and, in an 8-hour day, you're only kind of feeling productive for 3 of those hours, even though you're working your ass off for 8 of them. So there's some little, shifts and changes and cycles that are coming through. It's a good energy, as I said. I'm not feeling like the business is down or anything else like that around it. I just feel like there's some mindfulness that needs to come into it. Okay. Now you've also got the external conflict card that sits there, caused by outside forces and people. What does that want to give you? What's funny when I go to that? I'm drawn to your car. And I'm going to keep it because as it's given to me is how it's meant to come out. So I'm not going to manipulate it with my head. I'm just going to stay with my gut and say that for some of you, I'm actually feeling car problems around, okay, external conflict. It's like, but I want to say that for some of you, it does feel significant. All right, so be mindful. Check your tires. Make sure your oil is all topped up. All those kind of little bits and pieces. Obviously, that's not going to be, every single Leo in Australia or the world this week has a car issue. All right, but I feel like I just have to leave that there and say that for some of you, there are car issues this week. Okay, now. You've also pulled the Where Are You card, which just asks you to check in on yourself. Where are you? Is the way that you're living your life making you happy? Are you being your best self and are you being true and honest to yourself? Okay. A little bit of food for thought this week because I do feel like you're a little bit off track with yourself at the moment. Okay, Aquarius. So what you need to know most for yourself, standing strong, these beautiful positive energies that you're trying to bring in, they're reminding you that you have got this and that working towards balance is the correct thing to do. You get the joy card that follows straight after that always represents that peace, that happiness and harmony. And you've also got the nothing changes if nothing changes card, okay? Time to take a chance. And as I said, I feel like for some of you, this is just standing and going, you know what, it makes me happy, or I feel this is the right thing for me to do. Do not let what you perceive as opportunities this week pass you by because other people don't agree. All right. So that external conflict card obviously pertains to a bit of what we've spoken about today as well. All right. So that's the energy that I have for you in my spread, guys. But I'd also like to pull you some tarot. So as usual, and as I always like to say, I've given the cards a good shuffle before I've started today. But let's have a look and see what your energy for the week is with the tarot, Leo. Aquarius, what am I saying? It's funny, they correct me straight away because I know where I'm at. Aquarius. That's what happens when you read so many. All right, Aquarius. You have drawn the Nine of Pentacles for your energy of the week. So peace of mind and contentment. And I feel like that peace of mind and contentment is going to come in when you just decide, you know what? This is my journey. This is where I'm at right now. And the rest of you all can suck it. Okay. And as I said, I don't want to say it's a selfish energy, but it's an individual energy because not everyone may agree, but you just have to stand strong in your own energy this week. Okay. So you've also got the Emperor that sits there. So stability is a nice energy that always bounces off me for that card, okay? And as I said, for some of you, this is around just that stability and respect and reward at work. For others of you that's there is love and relationships coming in, okay? Stability. I just feel like in a good place as well. I feel like I'm financially sitting comfortable and all of that kind of energy that sits there, okay? You've got the Three of Cups, which talks about just, you know, as I said, lots of opportunities sitting over this week. You've got the World, opportunities. You've got the World card as well, which is, you've also got three major arcana that sit here as well. But the World, okay, is definitely talks about new opportunities coming in. And as I've said to you, there is going to be those coming in. You just need to stand in and strong on your own energy as well, okay? Choice. And that's that thing, you know, you sit with the world in your hand. Got choice. Spin. Where do I want to stop? You know, that's what it's like. The world is in your hand. Also, for some of you that's there, I feel like there is going to be travel. Now, that sounds like an awful contradictory thing to say in the middle of COVID and border restrictions and everything else like that, wherever you are in the world. But I am feeling travel. So for some of you, this is actually going to be necessary travel to somebody, okay? And it may just be... like short travel, that's there, but for some of you, I do feel like documents, blah, 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 blah. Like I know, for example, at the moment ago, I don't know, but I think it's still there I do know. Yeah, if you're going to get like border passes and blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying you're going to go get a border pass. Some of you absolutely will be, but it's that kind of energy I'm feeling around the travel this week, okay? Temperance. You've also pulled the Temperance card. Okay, so testing the waters, and that's that thing very much about, we're talking about having to stand in your own energy and trust your instinct and kind of go against the tide this week. Okay, your Temperance card is just validating that as well. So guys, that is what I have for you this week. I want to say thank you very much for joining me. I do the daily reads and also Friday evening at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for New South Wales. You'll find me here or on Facebook doing the live feeds. All of the live feeds include free readings. If you enter the code of July on my booking system, you will receive a 20% discount this month on all of my services. I do offer readings all over the world via phone, face and video chat. So guys, thank you so much again for joining me today. Can't wait till I see you the next time. Until I do, be good, and if you can't be good at it.